Alright guys, what is going on? It is still dark, dreary, and cold outside, so I'm bringing you another top 5. This one is the top 5 most expensive fishing lures of all time. Starting with number 1, the James Hidden & Son Dewagyak Casting Bait. This lure was invented by a beekeeper named James Hidden. It was named after his hometown, which was Dewagyak, Michigan. The name of the lure was later changed to the Dewagyak Expert. Not many of these lures are still around today, and most aren't in great condition. The lure is so sought after that the box alone is worth over $1,000. The lure itself just recently sold at auction for $17,600. Number 2 is the Shakespeare Musky Minnow. This is believed to be the earliest lure of its kind and was produced in Michigan. This lure was designed by William Shakespeare Jr. himself in the 1890s. It is equipped with 5 treble hooks and a propeller. This is actually one of the earliest wooden baits that was sold in the US. In auction, this lure sold for $23,100. Number 3 up on the list is the Chattooga Minnow. This lure was produced in 1908 by Krantz and Smith. The lure did very poorly in market when it was first released because most fishermen found that it had very little action and a worse success rate. The low demand for the lure led it to be cut off from production shortly after only a few were finished. This makes them rare and a treasure to collectors. At auction, this lure sold for $37,400. Next one up on the list doesn't exactly have a name. It is known as the first wooden minnow lure. This lure was the predecessor of almost every American wooden lure. According to experts, the strange lure was found in an Ohio angler's tackle box next to an array of antique fishing tackle. Experts were not able to figure out who produced this one-of-a-kind lure, but it is dated back to 1890 and is often compared to the Troy minnows, and it sold for $42,560 at auction. Number 5 on my list is the giant Haskell minnow. This is probably the most expensive conventional lure. There have been a few reports of these lures being in private collections, but only one has surfaced and been sold. It was produced in 1853 and made of copper. It was created by a gunsmith named Riley Haskell. This lure was one of the first made to resemble an actual fish. It was also one of the first to include an animated part, being that its tail spins when it swims through the water. Though this lure came in multiple sizes, the 10-inch version is the most exclusive, making it literally worth more than its weight in gold. The next lure up I didn't actually add to the list because it's not a conventional fishing lure. It is called the $1 million lure. This lure is made from 3 pounds of gold and platinum and other precious stones. It has over 100 carats of rubies and diamonds set into it, making it worth, as you might have guessed, $1 million. It was designed for charity and not to actually be fished. I did find a few articles about them actually fishing with it, but nothing confirmed that they ever caught a fish with it, probably because it just had way too much flash. Maybe they weren't using it on a day with enough overcast, but who knows really. Alright guys, that is my list of the 5 most expensive fishing lures in the world, and one bonus. If you liked it, feel free to go down and like and subscribe. If you haven't seen my last video, it was a top 5 countdown of the 5 strangest freshwater fish in the United States. If you'd like more countdowns, feel free to comment down below what you would like to see, and remember, get up and fish.